So you all see Uparama now, no?
You were still explaining Dhamma.
Ah, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Did we write it?
Oh, okay. I
Did we
got it.
write it or so da is like this? I don't know if that was already offline. This is da, ma, dilma. It's control or restraining the senses when needed, as a turtle restrains its limbs, as the Upanishad says. Oh, I hope the first part will be now nicely kept, but we'll see. Um, the third one, now it becomes interesting, Uparama. Uparama comes from Ram, and we know some might know Ram from Rama, Ramji, to be pleased, and that's also in the dictionary, but Ram has also meanings like to move. Oh no, oh, sorry. To move towards is the upa part. But the Rama has meanings like to rest, to cease action, to stop, to linger, to be, and to be pleased. So that's uparama. Um, Sometimes this third qualification is called uparati, but it's the same thing. Also comes somehow from ram or I don't know the root here, but sometimes it's called uparama, sometimes it's uparati. Simply said, it's like stopping all action which is not according to my swadharma. What swadharma means, my personal individual dharma, that why I was born and what I have to do to be in line with Ishvara, with the total dharma. Am I still here? It says my internet is unstable, but I guess so. So what? So how to understand Uparama correctly? Well, therefore, I made a circle here, and let's see what happens. I got so inspired, so sorry for that, but I think it's gonna be a nice teaching. Um, Suppose I make an arrow like this, and I make arrow here. We make one. We have to make three parts. One, two, three. So, Shama is at the root of our subtle body. This is the subtle body. Who knows the word in Sanskrit?
Is it Shukshma Sharira?
Yes, great, correct. Thank you. This is subtle part. Um, we cannot just start with controlling our the root of our mind. No, that where all our inclinations kick in. So to practice Shama, actually, we have to go to Dhamma. Dhamma is subtle body, the senses. but in relation to the gross, no? And gross is in Sanskrit, gross body or gross world. I know some of you know, but it's sthula sharira or sthula, that's gross. So we're pulling our senses back from the gross world, because else we get too much distracted and we cannot practice Vedanta, or we cannot focus on the truth. But so here's the gross world. The body is in the gross world. The body has to inclined by the mind, but the body does gross actions in the gross world. And if it's not according to Swadharma, I can just quit. I can stop. That's uparama, no? Or uparati. Because I want to have karma that's in line with my little role in comparison to the total dharma, samanya dharma. And if my uparama, my swadharma is in line with the total dharma, samanya dharma, there's harmony, and I qualify. So that was the gross will, but everything I do leaves a trace, as we know, a vasana or a samskara. Might also, they're a bit close, but a bit different in meaning. But in the castle, which I cannot see, but there is a castle body, of course. And all karma is stored individually, and the karma for this life manifests in the subtle body. And if it's not quiet there, there's no shama. So how to practice shama? For practicing shama, I also have to practice dhamma and uparama. This is our little individual samsara, no? And so the invitation is that we can step out at different levels, but we have to know all three levels and where we are at. So this is really a very subtle thing, these three qualifications, and there's a lot more to say about it. But I think this will be good for now. So that was Uparama Uparati. Do you agree? If something to attribute or ask about this? Okay, great.
Nice to see it in a circle. It's good.
Sorry?
Nice to see the circle like that. It's
Yeah,
clear.
yeah. I suddenly had this insight. I think, oh, but this is how you can put it. So Vedanta has so much ways to nicely formulate, no? Yeah. Actually, it's terrible to be in a loop, in a circle. That's the whole point, no? We want to step out. That's the point. So here we go, the fourth. What's that? To learn that one, we're gonna learn a beautiful sign. Especially Chia Ling will love this because I know she enjoys so much writing these Devanagari signs beautifully. She's an artist. And so ka, so ksha, ksha, ksha. Bit hard to pronounce. We learned this as two letters. But the combination sign, the samyoga, is like this. Whoa, maybe a bit, sometimes this is a bit smaller, sorry, and it's more like this. See? It's really nice. It's nice to practice because it's such a curling, nice line. It needs some practice for this. But it's you see it a lot actually. In kshama, patience, or but also even in moksha. Can you imagine? Let's write moksha. Mo. And here comes the ksh. Look at this. Here we go. And it's in a word, it's open here. You see? So how nice. Now we can write moksha. Who does not want that? But we also need it for titiksha. Titiksha is tolerance, forbearance, I guess you have been taught that one. Well, you know what it is. For the other qualifications to be there, we need some normal grown-up attitude, like James says, is concerning the little pinpricks of life, like a physical pain or. So let's write it. It's titiksha. First, we have the I is on the second position after a consonant, so we have to start with it. Okay, I'll do it again, sorry. Can be better. Let's make some nice proportions. Now the T. T. And now again, T. Here it says T. Now we make our new beautiful sign. And we make double A, long A. But this didn't work out perfectly. Sorry about that. Titiksha. You can do better at home coming weeks, I guess. So we have, of the sixfold qualifications, we discussed now 4 of them. What is the fifth? The fifth. Therefore, we need some. This is not correct. We're going to trust. Shraddha. Shraddha. But therefore, we need shra. Shra. And of course, we just add this one. Sh. This is the ra. But what happens with the sh in combination with another consonant? It appears as a, oh, let me see, like this. A little curl. We learned the ra after a consonant is a vertical like this. Here it says shra. And you see this more because if I write swa, the logic is like this. Same curl, but here we make the beginning of a va. See? So here it says shwa. Here it says shra, like in shravanam. There's a new phenomena with the palatal sh. It's also in on the sheet. So Shraddha. Of course, we know this. Swami Dayananda, sorry, declares this as the most important qualification because for a total surrender to the means of knowledge of the Upanishad, of Vedanta, we need to have total trust in it. It's not even faith, it's like almost already knowing it's true. That's what trust means. And if we trust it, we can trust the texts that express it, and we can trust the teacher who unfolds it. So that's needed. Qualification. So here we go. Shra. And now get a new some yoga here, which is fun. What happens? We make the da, we just learned it. Make it a bit small, not too big. Because this aspirated da, they just stick it here. It's like this. Here it says da, shrad, da. In correct pronunciation, we should really make a little stop here. It's like shraddha. Every letter is pronounced in Sanskrit. Oops. What more is there? I think the last one. Sorry. We discussed this one, no? Schwa. Oh, we can repeat it for a moment. The palatal S with another consonant appears like this. You just make the other letter here. You start the va. And do like this. I think I even made another example. Yes. Shweta means white, pure, clear, like in Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Shvetashvatara Upanishad. And we write it like this. Shweta. So much to learn. Slowly progressing. Ah. Well, on behalf of time, I think we have to, you can practice this yourself. It's a nice way to practice how to write Ishvara, you see? It's nice to write these holy, beautiful words as an act of bhakti also, of love for the total. Ishvara or Isha. This should be Isha. That's homework. And let me see. The sixth qualification of Shatka Sampati, sixfold accomplishments. Samadhana, focus, discipline. So how is this word constructed? It comes from dha, placing, remember, sandhi, placing together, or dhatu, placing basic meaning into reality. And here it's used like this. Sama, equally, making equal. Has a strengthening function here. So what am I equaling, making equal? Well, my mind with some kind of object, that which is my goal. Can be some exercise, some meditation, karma yoga, or the truth of myself or myself. So it's like placing my focus with what I want. If I want freedom, I do samadhana, focus on freedom. If I want to meditate on myself, on my eternal self, I do samadhana on Atma, on Atman. Nice qualification. You can write this yourself. It's repetition. And I think here, with the Dutch lesson, I stopped here because of time. So we will continue here next time. This will be in the sheet, so you can start practicing a little bit, writing these words. I have mumukshutva here. I have moksha here. And next time we will start also learning the ri. But there's something which is I forgot to put in this sheet, which I taught the Dutch group, so I think we'll do it now here. By head. And that's so I'll tell you first. Sometimes Shatka Sampati is expressed as Shamadhi Sampati. So what does that mean, Shamadhi? It just means Adi, beginning with Shama. And this word, so I thought it would be nice to learn this word Adi. Because you see that a lot in scripture. For example, if I say Akasha, I think it's with it's Akasha, but I think it's Akasha actually, like this, which means ether or space, the first subtle element, of course. It could manifest in scripture in a mantra, for example. They say like Akashadi. So what they always do when Adi appears in scripture, they just say, well, I just mentioned the first element of the group I want to express. So Akashadi means the 5 elements beginning with Akasha. Oh, sorry. I'm a bit in a doubt if it's Akasha or Akasha, but it's on the sheet, so don't worry. It works like that. Another way Adi is used in scripture is, of course, with if we say, well, the self is beginningless. It's anadi. And it's not adi, but it's anadi because this starts with a vowel, remember? So beginningless truth, beginningless self, which is also endless, of course. But then they say in Vedanta, in the Vedas, ignorance is beginningless, anadi, but ignorance is not endless, fortunately. So that's a great teaching, because at the end of the fourfold qualifications is mumukshutva, which is an intense longing for freedom. And freedom means that big ignorance was not endless, because there came an end to ignorance, and I am beginningless and endless free. So I wanted to repeat. I started explaining Adi, beginning, because of Shamadhi, Shatka Sampati, the sixfold accomplishments beginning Adi with Shama. This is just the words is being used by Vedanta teachers. Okay, so that will be about it for today. Are there any questions about this? Of course, as we're used to, I'm way over time. Sorry about that. Let's close now. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.